Hi there, Eric Backer, naturopath from New Zealand. Thanks for coming back. I've got a nice, interesting, long question here I'm going to reply to from a subscriber. Greetings. I went through a couple of months of anti-candida protocol by way of diet, lifestyle, probiotics, drugs, herbs. Let me just get my highlighter out. I see my digestion has improved a lot, but I still have some residual problems with concentration and energy. During the time that I was taking the antimicrobial drugs or supplements, I felt wonderful for a week or two at most, but after that my energy level dropped, although not to the previous levels. There is an improvement, but still now I'm not quite at the level that I was during the short period of treatment. What should I do to clear the brain fog totally? Only wait? Question mark. Well, to start with, my friend, I've seen on 2 occasions you've used the word drugs here. Diet, lifestyle, probiotics and drugs, and then further on I was taking antimicrobial drugs or supplements. So my guess is you've nailed a lot of the beneficial bacteria, you've knocked them out. I can tell you guys, I'm seeing a very powerful relationship with brain fog and small intestinal dysfunction, particularly lactobacilli. I would bet you $100 that this person has wiped out their lactobacillus. If I did a stool test on this patient, did a proper stool culture, I think we'd have a nil growth or no growth lactobacillus count. I don't think they've got a problem with the bifidobacteria, but I think it's the lactobacillus. Generally, when I have a patient and I have these feelings, I will write that down on the case-taking form. When we get the stool test results back, lo and behold, nil growth. So I'm going to cut to the chase here and say I want you to take a lactobacillus supplement. You could look at something like Candida Restore. We've got several strains in there, or you could just look at any other lactobacillus product. But yeah, I would say you need a lactobacillus supplement. My feeling is that the pharmaceutical drugs you took most likely are antimicrobial. There could be metronidazole, or you could have, say tetracycline or some type of drug like that, and you've wiped out good bacteria. Brain fog in many cases is linked with small intestinal dysfunction. I'm seeing this time and time again now. I performed thousands of stool tests and I'm consistently starting to see a pattern here with this. Not so much the bad guys, it's a lack of the good guys. And from the research I've conducted so far, I'm noticing that the lactobacilli have a very powerful effect on receptor sites in the small intestine. Not just GABA receptor sites or serotonin receptor sites, but other receptor sites that they're researching at the moment that have a very big effect on cognitive function. So if you want a very sharp mind, you need to have a very sharp small intestine. Look at how you feel when you've had a lot of alcohol to drink, how your brain feels the next day. You've not just created toxins in your body for the liver to deal with. You've actually nuking part of the receptors of the small bowel, and you're undermining and killing beneficial bacteria, which then partially regrow. So yeah, have a think about that. Beneficial bacteria, this is what I would like you to focus on. I don't think you need to wait. In fact, what you could do is an experiment. You could take a high dose lactobacillus supplement, and if you feel whacked on that one, you want to back off and then just take 1 capsule per day with a meal and slowly build up until you can take 2 or 3 capsules a day. Keep an eye on the bowel motions because the texture should change. The stool should change as well, particularly if the lactobacilli aren't there. You may notice inconsistent bowel motions, loose or too firm, or a bit of irritable bowel. So that's my take on it. Thanks for the question.